there and welcome to my channel. We are going to be starting off my first video with a you pick. And a you pick is what everyone on my Instagram did a poll. So the items that I have to work with today are chicken breast, pasta, broccoli, old grape jelly preserves that I have, and chili powder. So what I'm going to be making is some spicy grape jelly meatballs and pasta. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Okay, y'all. To begin with, just find you a stock pot or whatever kind of pot you have that you can use to boil pasta in. And we're going to salt it heavily with either 2 tablespoons of flake salt or 2 chicken bouillon cubes or 2 tablespoons of better than chicken bouillon, so that our pasta can also have a really nice flavor. Once we do that, go ahead and get out your food processor while the water is boiling and add in your 2 chicken breasts and then half a large sweet onion and 1 large carrot into your food processor. And make sure you just let that all go together until it turns into kind of like a paste. I pulsed mine several times and even had to use a spoon to help mash it down to keep it from coming up from the surface, because I do not have a very nice food processor. I have a one that I got from Lidl. Next, we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon white pepper, and 1.5 teaspoons of chili powder. And we're going to combine that together really well into the paste also. And then also we're going to add in about 2 slices of loaf bread into this, or any kind of old bread you have, and 1/4 cup of whole milk. Once you've done that, kind of mix it up a little bit before you put the top back on, or if you have a super awesome food processor, then you don't really have to do that. So just go ahead and start getting that ready, and we're going to food process it until it turns into a paste. Once the paste is to the consistency that you like, make sure it's sticky and firm, that can be made into little tiny meatballs, then you're good to go. Go ahead and place it into a bowl, mix it together with your hands, and let it set for a little bit, and make sure there's no big pieces that you can't use while cooking your meatballs. Go ahead and drain your pasta. It should be ready by now. And then we're going to take our plate and start making our meatballs. Now, I did mine into like little meat chicken patties, as you can see here, instead of meatballs, just because I wanted to make sure that they cooked all the way through, because it is chicken. All right, now in our cast iron skillet or whatever pan you have, put it on a high heat and add in 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 3 tablespoons of salted butter. And while that's heating up, go ahead and get your broccoli ready. We're going to be using the stems and everything else to make it into bite-sized pieces so that it is chewable and just a little side sautéed broccoli. Once it's heated, go ahead and start adding in your chicken meatballs and let them sear on each side about 5 to 7 minutes, or longer depending on your thickness, or shorter depending on your thickness of meatball again. You want to make sure that each meatball has a great sear on each side before you take them up out of the pan when they are finished. Once you start seeing them getting a nice sear and everything looks done, go ahead and set them aside into another little plate. And while you're doing that, go ahead and make sure your broccoli is prepped and your pasta is ready to be served when the meatballs are done. Give them a nice little flip. And once they're done, like I said, all we're going to do is place them on a plate on the side while we make our sauce. Here is me picking up the nice little meatballs that I have seared in a second. Flippy flip, flip, flip. Still flipping. And a lot of B-roll of the meatballs, I guess. because I wanted to show you guys how awesome they were. All right, put them in the plate. Now we're going to saute our broccoli that we just cut up. After we've done that, add a little bit of salt and pepper to it, white pepper, because that's all you need to saute them and make a simple, nice, delicious broccoli. It's not that hard. Just cook them for about 5 minutes and they still have a nice crunch. Once they're done, add them to your little serving dishes, and we're going to add in 1 can of tomato sauce with little chunks of tomatoes and chilies, and then half a jar of grape jelly preserves that I had. And we're going to mix that together really well until it starts thickening. Then we're going to cut it down on low and add in about a little chunk of unsalted butter to this to give it some more richness and fullness to the sauce. Once we've done that, start adding back your meatballs to it so that they get coated in the sauce when you start serving. And this is how it should look towards the end. It is very good. It's sweet, spicy, super delicious. I hope y'all enjoyed this recipe. Please don't forget to follow me on my TikTok and my Instagram. Y'all have a great day. Bye now.